And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
Boom. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy TOS Kinger. Guys, I thought we would react to something that was a little interesting today. Something a little different. When I was younger, I always kind of wanted to be... Okay, I'll step back. I'll say now I love movies. I am a huge movie fan. If you've ever known me, I've always been about movies, going to the movies, watching movies at home, whatever. I just love film. I don't know whether it's not I love watching good film, but I also like laughing and making fun of bad films. Like I'm just a fucking film guy. I like movies. Anyway, I thought that we would react to something interesting. This is a different topic I never thought that I would explore, but this is quotes from villains who were completely right. Now, everyone is in their own truth. Everyone has their own truth and their own beliefs, right? And this is the beautiful thing about our world, is that we can have conflicting ideas and we can bounce those ideas off of each other and maybe come to a consensus of things that can be both wrong or right in our own form and our own ways. On that note, I'd like to see and explore these topics and these villains and their quotes and see if they actually are right in my terms. Let's see what we got. I think this is going to be interesting. Let's check it out.
Life's not fair, is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast, others spend their lives in the dark, begging for scraps.
Interesting. Now, that was pretty short. That was from The Lion King. I wanted that movie to be so good, and it was so fucking dog shit. I remember watching the trailer, and I was crying, bro. I was like, oh my God, my childhood is coming back. Even in, look, I have a tattoo. It says, look at the stars, right? I can remember that quote, like, perfectly. Simba, look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. They'll always be there to guide you, and so will I. And then the next fucking scene, he dies, bro. That shit has me in tears. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are. I know it's basically Hamlet, but that is fucking amazing. So that quote is interesting. That was never in the original movie, but that's an interesting quote. Kind of true. Yeah, they're right. I don't know how it relates to people. I mean, I guess it does. Some were meant to feast while others were, you know, born to scurry in the dark, right? Interesting.
I came to realize some creatures are born to get all the love. The rest of us get nothing.
I'll sell my invention so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. And when everyone's super, no one will be.
Interesting. That's
You
cool.
want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. How is humanity saved if it's not allowed to evolve?
See, their morals, their code, it's a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble.
This is a good scene.
They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people,
Yeah.
they'll eat each other.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
thought by eliminating
Let's pause
half
that.
life,
Fuck off. Let's pause that.
the other half.
What's going on? Yeah, wow, that was a good one. That Dark Knight one. These civilized people, they'll eat each other when the chips fall down. Yeah, that's so true. Like, look at anybody, right? Like, as soon as shit hits the fan, it's me versus you. And you know what? I'll admit that now. It's my people versus your people. And it's not that I hate you guys. It has nothing to do with you. It just has to deal with my tribe. And we've always been about a world with tribes. And that is always the case. Even in large ecosystems, right? Like, let's say big cities. Even let's think about Toronto, for example, where I originally lived for like 6 years out of my life. I was originally from a small town, but then I moved to Toronto to study. Even there, man, you find your circle, you find your people. You can't love everyone. You can't be around everyone. Now, when the chips fall, man, you see these people in these big cities and shit starts to go down. Like, bro, even with fucking the pandemic, man, like people were going to the grocery stores and basically ransacking it, buying all the toilet paper, and toilet paper became a premium on eBay and shit. Like, these people don't give a fuck about anybody. These people that you would call your brothers and sisters, maybe even like your neighbors. Let's say your neighbors, not your brothers and sisters. They're your neighbors. You shake hands with them, right? You see them one day and then they shit on you the next because it's better for them to. That is a true quote. That quote is fucking real. This is a good one. This one's from The Bug's Life.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
Boom.
It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
Bro.
That's why we're going back.
Guys, that that scene, like I was talking about in A Bug's Life, right, where the grasshoppers are literally just like, they basically tax the ants, right, for food, and that food is their currency at the end of the day, right? It's like you keep them starving, you keep them working, you keep them in line, right? That is how society is run now. Like I was talking about with fucking COVID and shit. They didn't want you to go outside over some fucking fake sniffle. I'm not saying that COVID wasn't real. We know that shit. We know it was. We know that people really did get sick, but that's all it was. People getting sick, man. Everything else was fucking bullshit. They wanted you to keep you inside. I was the one. I fucking was the guy, okay? I went out, I traveled, and I did it in a very good strategic way, and I didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to do that 6 or 7 times like all you other fucking dumbasses did. But that's the thing. They keep their foot on your neck and they keep you struggling to breathe. They keep you giving you paychecks week to week. They keep you hungry. And when you keep someone hungry, you keep them motivated. God, I'm gonna get fucking assassinated, bro. I would never kill myself.
You can't count on anyone, especially your heroes.
I was wrong to treat you that way. I'm sorry.
See? Now you respect me.
Yeah.
Because I'm a threat.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
So that's it. Prey fears Predator and you stay in power?
Yeah, pretty much.
It won't work.
Fear always works.
When you guys tried to destroy the world, this is an error in judgment. But when it's one of us, just lock them up, throw away the key.
Idiots! Children destroy toys! You'll all be ruined! Forgotten! Spending eternity rotting in some landfill!
I know what it's like to
Yeah.
lose. Feel so desperately that you're right. Yet to fail, nonetheless.
Success doesn't come for free, Miguel. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes to seize your moment.
The hardest choices require the strongest will.
That's true.
You knew I was the Dragon Warrior. You always knew. But when Uguay said otherwise...
Ooh, that's a tough one.
What did you do? What did you do?
Crazy.
Nothing. That was not my fault. Not your fault. Who filled my head with dreams? Who drove me to train until my bones cracked? Who denied me my destiny?
Read it?
That one was crazy. Like when you think about that, right? Okay, so that movie, that was from Kung Fu Panda, all right? Your boy likes fucking animation, man. Sometimes they have good stories. I'm not that type of adult that just discounts fucking movies because of like, you know, their aesthetics. Like I'm not like that. If they have a good story, I'll watch that shit. Kung Fu Panda was fucking good. That movie was good. Anyway, that story, so I guess that dude trained the kid from a baby. He was meant to be the temple's warrior, like the dragon warrior, like the person, that guy, you know, who's gonna lead them into the future. And I guess he was too aggressive or something like that. But his fucking dad basically turned his back on him when his master was like, hey, like, you know, this guy is not the one. That's interesting. When you are basically bred or you brought up with a certain beliefs and, you know, you worked hard, right? You really worked towards something and then it gets cut from underneath you and it's not even your fault. And then your person that you should rely on turns their back on you because someone else said so. That's fucking hurtful. That guy is not the bad guy in this. He's really not. The snow leopard, that dude, he should have been the hero. He was led to be the bad guy because of his own fucking dad.
What I ever did, I did to make you proud. Tell me how proud you are, Shifu. Tell me. Tell me.
Wow.
Everybody is awful.
This is great. This is great.
Everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody's civil anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks what it's like to be the other guy.
Yeah.
It's enough to make anyone crazy.
It's not about what I want. It's about what's fair.
Okay, this is all good.
You thought we could be decent men in an indecent time. You were wrong. The world is cruel. And the only morality in a cruel world is chance.
Wow.
This universe.
Okay, let's attack that, okay? Those two quotes kind of meant the same thing. So one was from the Joker, and then the other one was from the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight, right? One was Harvey Dent, the other one was the Joker himself. So now they both talk about how society is basically tearing itself apart and that nobody cares about the other person. Now that's somewhat true. I do think that there are those people in the world that actually do care and give a fuck about others. I think I'm one of them, even though I do talk a lot of shit. It's okay. I do care. Like, I do care about you. You know what? Like, a lot of these times, like, I talk all this shit because it's funny and it is what it is. I do have my beliefs, whatever. But, you know, I'm not spiteful. I'm not a dick. I'm not going to, like, tear the rug from underneath you. Now, on that note, I want to talk about that. I don't like to have a victim mentality. So you'll see a lot with these supervillains, right? They're so justified on their beliefs that it kind of hinders them. And it hinders their growth. And, you know, maybe later on they might have an epiphany, but they always die before that within the movie. Now, I'd like to think that they would come to realize as they get older that they can't just be doing the same fucking shenanigans, running amok as they did in their youth, because, you know, you have more gusto when you're younger. As you grow older, I'd like to think that you would come to realize that you always wanted to be the thing that you complained about. And so they complain about people not being with each other, not thinking about the other person, not thinking about the other guy. And so they come in as the reckoning, you know, society's reckoning. I think that over time they would come to realize that they were naive, they were children, they didn't think, and they would evolve. They would evolve past their bullshit. Who knows? Wow, that was deep.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Not a bad person. Just had bad luck.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Life is cruel. Why should the afterlife be any different?
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Yeah, fuck. That was great.
I'm going to show the world what true pain is and stop all wars with the terror that pain will inspire. I shall lead the world down the road to stability and to peace.
That guy was sick.
Death changes everything. If I were to tell you the exact date and time of your own death, it would shatter your world completely. I know. In a split second, your world's cracked open. You look at things differently, you smell things differently. You savor everything, be it a glass of water or a walk in the park. And the irony of it is that keeps them from really living their life. It keeps them drinking that glass of water, but never really tasting it.
There is no good and evil. There is only power.
Yeah.
And those too weak to seek it.
Fuck.
So it's your fault.
No,
That one's heavy. There is no good or evil. There is only power, and those too weak to seek it. Oh, fuck. That's fucking heavy, bro. That was in a kid's movie. That was in Harry Potter, man, the first one. That is crazy. Dude, that gave me chills. Wow. I have chicken skin, man. That's so true, eh? I don't know what else to say to that one. That's so true. Holy fuck. Great. Great one. I like that.
So it's your fault.
no, it wasn't me. It was.
First rule of leadership. Everything is your fault.
It's a bug-eat-bug world out there, princess.
We're not here because we're free. We're here because we're not free. There's no escaping reason, no denying purpose. Because as we both know, without purpose, we would not exist.
It is purpose that created us. Purpose that connects us. Purpose that pulls us, that guides, that drives us. It is purpose that defines. Purpose that binds.
You strive for your justice.
There we go.
And I strive for mine.
Yeah, there you go.
We're both just ordinary men who have been driven to seek vengeance in the name of justice. And if one comes to call vengeance justice, then we believe that human beings simply cannot understand each other, and they never will.
What do you get?
I don't think so.
When you cross a man.
Wow, man. Pain, bro. That was Pain. That character Pain from Naruto. That was probably one of the best written villains ever. And I'll be real with you. Like, I can't really explain too much about it. It's been a long time since I've seen it. He was so justified and he was so right. He was basically saying, I'm going to make this world a better place. And the only way you can make it better is with pain. Because he was trying to literally wipe out a civilization. And he was like, the only way you can uplift a civilization that has been reaped with pain is with hope. If everyone comes together after a catastrophe, then you have a world reborn, basically. I think that's what he was saying. That's part of what I remember. But his whole catalyst to him being evil was that his family, his best friends were taken from him and murdered and killed. And it was in a war-torn country, and he was like Switzerland. He was like in the middle of it. They fucked his shit up. Wow, it's so interesting. You guys, I think we're gonna call it there. That was very interesting, man. I appreciate you coming back, man. It's very cool when we get to talk about this kind of stuff. You guys let me know down in the comments, man. Do you think like a lot of villains just have like a bad lot in life? You know, because some of their justifications, they're kind of on point. I never think that you should be able to victimize people in the pursuit of your own claims, because then you really are a villain. Anyway, this has been a great conversation, a good discussion. I appreciate you coming back, man. TOS Kinger, out.